Hello everyone, and welcome to Infinite Realms, and today we're looking at the Spider-Man Retro Wave, Ben Reilly Spider-Man. Now, my wife instantly asked me, why did you buy this? And I just told her this was, one of the better points of the comics. I actually am one of the few people who like most of the Clone Saga from the comics. I knew for a fact, I knew it was, we were in the middle of replacement itis at that point. We had Azrael as Batman. We had 4 different Supermen at that point, and the Green Lantern had been replaced, and you just kind of knew that this was not a permanent change. You knew that something was going to change it back to the status quo. So I wasn't too surprised when they did change it back to the status quo, but I will be the first to admit I did not like the story and how they did it. And I will always say that end of the Clone Saga probably was the beginning of souring me towards Spider-Man, and things I think tumbled further after that. But Ben Reilly himself is pretty cool, I think. It's a cool design because the great thing about this design is that it has all the elements from the old design, and it takes them and changes them up. On paper, I mean, you could just write down, the basics of this design. It's got a spider in the chest, one on the back, got red and black webs, and blue, and you're pretty much describing the same costume. But this is subtle enough of a change, and does enough changes with the fingers not all being webs, and then that little half boot thing, which was a little weird, but I kind of was okay with it. So of course we've seen this mold before, same as the symbiote Spider-Man, same as just about every Spider-Man, and it can get into some pretty impressive poses. And looks really good. I mean, it's not too bulky, it's not too lean, but lean enough to be a convincing adult Spider-Man. This is not a teenage Spider-Man, so that's one thing people kind of knock around on the figure, is that he looks a little old, but I think it's Ben Reilly. I mean, Peter was an adult by then. He was actually married to Mary Jane at this point. So, yeah, that kind of fits. A lot of people go off about the eye size. I think for Ben, this is actually perfect. I've always kind of remembered his eyes being a little bit smaller than the oversized Spider-Man eyes that we got from some people who are kind of destroying other toy lines, but we won't speak too loudly on that. And again, I always did love this design. I mean, it's second to the actual original Spider-Man costume to me. And the black costume looks really good too, and so it really does kind of set him apart from Spider-Man while remaining Spider-Man. I actually like this better than the Miles Morales suit, which I thought was kind of a step away from being Spider-Man. I think that one was going for a more symbiote look, and it just didn't work for me. I can't really say much more about it. It just didn't work for me. But this one does. And of course you get 2 fists, 2 flipping hands, and some climbing hands. So you have a lot of versatility with the hands. That's always a good thing. You need that kind of versatility with Spider-Man. And all in all, I mean, I think he's just a really good, solid figure. I cannot find a thing to really knock on him. Would I have preferred the webs be molded into the plastic? Yeah, but they're not. They're painted on, but they're painted on real good, look real straight. Can't see anything. Don't see any obvious flaws. Maybe there's one there and I'm overlooking it. And again, he's got really great articulation. This is one I really like and really enjoy, I'll give it about, oh, why not? It's 5 stars, come on. I mean, it's pretty much a perfect action figure. I mean, we've seen this mold a few times, but it works so well for the character of Spider-Man in any iteration. So for a bit of comparison, of course, we're going to put up some Spider-Mans. We've got the No Way Home Spider-Man. I keep getting my Spider-Man Home movies mixed up. Sorry. No Way Home Spider-Man, and the symbiote, of course. And for another bit of comparison, here's Wolverine and Spider-Man. So that'll wrap it up for Infinite Realms. Hope you've enjoyed this quick review. Kind of separating this from the haul reviews because it's kind of a newer figure. I'm thinking the newer figures probably need their own reviews. So just try to keep it that way. And thank you for watching and listening. And you have a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.